Thanks everyone for taking the time to join today. Obviously, a lot of great questions coming in as we enter the first major. Happy to start off the conference with Dean of GameSpeed. Dean, if you want to go on mute and ask away.
Oh, I just wanted to ask you how the season is going so far. What are some observations about starting up anew this year?
And Dean, if you want to direct that to any given player, feel free to just say so.
Anybody who wants to tackle is fine.
I'll take this one. I think the season's been going good for us. We ended up with like a positive record in pools, but still started in losers bracket. That kind of sucks, but we learned a lot through the group play because it's our first time as a team playing some tournament matches together. We know what we need to work on. We learned what we were weak at. We've learned what we're strong at. So we're just going to brush up on that and moving into the major, try to bring our A game.
Fantastic. Anyone else want to chime in there? From RØKKR, that is.
Yeah, no, I mean, what Lamar said is pretty much spot on. Played only 5 matches so far this season. I think we've done a good job of, correcting mistakes after each loss, and I think that's gone to show. Still super early in the season, as long as we're on like an upward trajectory, I think we'll be in a really good spot.
Yeah, I could touch up on it too. I think it's been going well. The 100 team match we ended up losing. I think that could have went either way. We kind of had some small mistakes in there, and then the game against the subliners, we just came out super flat. But other than that, yeah, we're just learning and progressing pretty quickly. So we're just gonna keep getting better as the season goes on.
Appreciate it, man. For anyone just joining, feel free to DM me your questions and the organization you're with in the Zoom chat, and we'll get to them in order. But Dean, thanks for that question. Kicking over to Charlie at ESTNN.
Yeah, hi guys. First of all, thank you for taking time to speak to us. Really appreciate it. But my question was just on your Search and Destroy performances this year. Obviously, you've looked very good. You're currently 5-1 for the season, if I'm right. I was just wondering, is Search and Destroy something that you've specifically put a lot of time into as a team and made your best game mode? Or was it something that just came to you guys as a team and you were just naturally good at it?
I don't think we've put in too much more time than many of the other teams. I think we've just done the standard things that every team does when they get together, just going over strats, getting on the same page in situations. But I think the reason why we're good at it is just because of the people we have on our team. Like S&D, you can't game plan for everything in S&D. Things go wrong in mid-round, things got to change, you got to adapt, you got to make new strats up on the fly. A lot of things, you can't prepare for. So as long as you have people that can adapt properly in the mid-round and make those good reads and good individual kind of plays, you'll be successful. So I think we just have a really good team full of people that love S&D.
Thanks. Anyone else from the RØKKR side want to chime in?
Yeah, no, I just want to kind of agree with what Lamar said. In S&D, you can game plan, breakoffs, setups, a bunch of standard stuff like that. But when it comes to, what happens after a team gets the first blood, what happens, if they get like the first 2 kills of the round, what happens in a 2v2 situation, a 1v1 situation, that's not really stuff you can game plan around because, it's so dynamic and ever changing, changes who you're playing against, where you are in the map. There's just so many small little intricacies. I think you saw it last year. Our team was really good in the early round. We would get like a lot of first bloods, but as the round progresses, that's when we really started to lose them. I think this team we have this year and the players that we have, really puts us in a good situation in those late rounds.
I mean, we all like played a lot of S&D. Me and Major Maniac used to play S&D back in like Black Ops 3 a lot together. So we already kind of had chemistry and like we have similar like thought processes, I guess, on how to play S&D like early round and later rounds. Like obviously later rounds are a little bit more clutch dependent.
Hey Preston, hate to interrupt, but real quick, you're coming a little quiet on your mic. Maybe just move it in a little. There you go, perfect.
Yeah, it's just we all like played S&D for a long time, so we kind of all have like. I know me and Mike have a very similar way of looking at S&D, and like when we kind of talk about it, it kind of just like clicks. So S&D just came pretty naturally to this game at least.
Perfect, man. Much appreciated. Next one's over to Teo at Dexerso.
Hey guys, thanks for being here. This one So I'm going to direct it at Lamar first, because I've kind of got an angle for it, but then it'll open up. So, all right. So the first part is, do you have a preference between facing Ultra or the Royal Ravens?
No, it doesn't matter. Whatever team makes it to us, that's the team we're gonna play.
All right, got you. And then the second part, right? So I think we spoke last week or something, sometime. And you, before the subliners match, you said that Asim was their best player, and then he proceeded to just have an incredible week.
Yeah.
So I kind of got to tap into your insights there a little bit. Who do you think are the best players on either Ultra or the Royal Ravens?
Whoa.
Not
You're setting
have
me up.
somebody like that.
Yo, last time I said someone was their best player, they had the series of their life versus us. So I don't know if I want to be throwing that out there. No one is their best players. I cursed myself last time by saying that. But on a serious note, I think for Toronto, I'd probably give it to Cammy, and then for the Ravens, I think Shawnee's their best player.
All right, got you. You could have left it at that. You didn't need to curse yourself again,
Nah.
We'll see if that
Juju
if that
doesn't
gets
exist.
fixed.
That's
That is
where we
facts.
rock in the Minnesota camp now. Juju doesn't exist.
And then do either of you guys have anything to add there? Any preference between Ultra or Ravens?
No, definitely no preference. You know, whoever wins the match wins the match. You know, that's going to be the better team on the day. We played both the teams already, although our match versus Toronto was more of a preseason match. Yeah, don't really have a preference. Just excited to get our first match going, no matter who it's against.
Awesome. Much appreciated, guys. Next question's over to Pierre.
Hey guys, Pierre from Fox 9 here in Minneapolis. Probably, I guess this question probably be start with Brian. I guess Lamar or Preston, if you guys want to chime in afterwards. On the flip side of you guys being so great at search and destroy so far this season, the hard points seem to kind of give you guys struggles through the first few matches. What do you kind of attribute that to, and what's kind of the cause for the turnaround as of late in the hard point?
Yeah, I think one thing people don't really look at is the teams we've played in hardpoint. You know, we've played some really, really, really good hardpoint teams with Dallas, 100T, and New York. Those are all, you know, incredible hardpoint teams. But I think we, you know, have been trying to play hardpoint way too perfectly earlier on the season, and recently we've been adapting more of a loose play style, you know, with a bit more aggression. I think that's definitely going to help us in the game mode moving forward.
All right, fantastic. Next one's over to Jack at GG Recon. Jack, still there, man?
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Yep, coming in fine.
Brilliant, thank you. Hi guys, thanks for taking the time out to speak to us. So this question is based towards anybody. The major has you seeded against either Toronto or London, both of whom you've played so far. Have you been preparing to, how have you been preparing to tackle both fixtures? And even beyond that, have you been studying teams that you could possibly come up against?
I'll take it first. No, we haven't really, you know, been going hard about who we're playing first. You know, we only just found out the bracket last night. I think our main focus right now is just on our practice these next 3 days and focusing on our own game. And then once the Toronto and London match ends, you know, then we'll have over 24 hours to kind of, you know, game plan around that. There's no reason to go super in depth about both teams right now when we can just be focusing on ourselves, because that's going to help us in the long term in regards to the major.
I agree with Brian, because to be honest, in COD, like, things are very, very fluid. You can game plan breakoffs or like start off strats and just like a couple, you know, mid-round things that you could catch on, or like mid-hard point things that you could catch on to. But for the most part, like, it really comes down to what you do and what mistakes you make. So as long as we can fix ourselves, we shouldn't have to worry about what they're doing.
Thanks very much. Coming back around on some folks who wanted to come in with a second question, though we are coming up on time, unfortunately, so I might have to ask everyone to keep it brief. Plenty of prep for the week ahead, I'm sure. Teo, kicking it back over to you one more for your follow-up.
All right, coolios. I'll be pretty quick. This one's for Preston, actually. Well, first, can we test your mic real quick? It was a little quiet earlier.
Yeah, we didn't even hear you, Preston. You got to click on like the microphone thing, the settings, maybe fix it.
Yeah, I think you definitely have something separate as your mic set up right now.
Hey, Preston, while you get back to us on that, just in the interest of time, I'm just going to kick it over to Dean once more.
Another general question. I wonder if you notice much difference between internet play and then LAN play, as far as just being able to detect the difference, really. With,
I'll let Lamar take that one.
There's a extremely dramatic difference between online play and LAN play. Like, to narrow it down the most is one, like the pressure, the atmosphere, the energy in the environment, and then to get to the technical of the gameplay. Like, there's just a lot of things that are better to do online than they are on LAN. So because we've been in this online era of COD for the last year, basically, people are starting to forget like what it really was like when you showed up to LAN and you realize, okay, you need to do this in this situation. You need to play it this way. But hopefully we get back to LAN soon. I mean, I miss that. That's the truest, rawest, best form of COD. And I'm hoping we get back to that soon.
I also mean, like, just on the latency side, like, is there just a noticeable difference to you guys? Or?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's very, very different. Like, very different.
Mm-hmm.
And just to bring it to a close, we're going to go back around. Oh, Preston, real quick.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yes,
yeah,
you're good.
Okay.
Sounding great. Yeah. Back to Teo once more to just bring that question around, and then one more from Pierre, and we'll wrap up.
All right, cool. So, Preston, for the whole team, you guys have some like kind of interesting transitions in the off season. But for you in particular, you were on a stacked roster last year, and you were playing really well. And a lot of people thought, maybe your play was overshadowed by the fact that you're on a team with like the Tiny Terrors and like all these big names that kind of take a lot of fan attention. So like some of that stuff you were doing may have been overshadowed. So I'm wondering, like, for you, stepping onto a new team, switch to 4v4, there were a lot of expectations about you kind of taking a next step, becoming less of like the complementary player, more of like a star player. So do you feel added pressure to do that? Or, do you feel like you have more flexibility to kind of like come into your own? I'm just wondering if that dynamic is reflected on your side as well.
Yeah, I want to say added pressure. I think it's weird for me because it's been a while since I've been able kind of just like to just run around and just kind of fry. So I kind of adapted to that like play style of just being that support and kind of just filling in whatever needs to be filled in. So it's taken me like a little bit of time to be like, yo, I could literally just start running at kids and just if I'm killing everyone, it doesn't matter because I wasn't able to do that before. So it's a little bit different, but I'm adjusting to it, and I wouldn't say there's any added pressure to do it though.
All right, got you. That's good to hear. Looking forward to you frying, and I hope Lamar and et cetera are just gassing you up as well.
Appreciate it.
All right, I think that. Oh, Pierre, yes, one last question from you, and then we'll bring this home.
Guys, really, probably for Preston and Lamar. Was it difficult at the beginning of the season, since you guys are all four new to the team and new to each other, and probably not able to physically be around each other to kind of build a team chemistry to get the season going? But was that tough in the beginning, and how do you feel that's going at this stage, at this point?
I don't think it was that tough because, like, for the most part, the COD community is pretty tightly knit. Like, I never teamed with Preston before, but I've known Preston for a long time, whether we've interacted in eights or just random, like, chilling, whatever it is, at events or anything like that. The only person I didn't know too well was Mike, because he's kind of newer to the scene. But Mike's a cool guy. He's normal. He's not like a weird, like, gamer type person. So he's dope to have on the team. I think our team vibes are really good. Everyone gets along with each other very well. So it just comes natural to us.
All right. Guys, thank you so much. Oh, go ahead.
Can we give Brett Blakemore a quick question, chance to ask one, and then we'll let you guys go.
Yeah, thank you. Nice to talk to all you guys again. Just real quick, kind of a two-parter. What's the biggest thing you've learned, and this is kind of a general for anyone to hop in, what's the biggest thing you learned through stage one? The parity is just unreal. And then also how hard is it to just stay consistent through the season?
I would say the biggest thing for me that I've learned, just in general, like about our team, is that like just when we have that energy, when our comms are high and we're just like gassing each other up, that's like when we're playing our best. That's one of the biggest things I've learned for sure. I don't know about Lamar.
For like match energy, yeah, I agree with you that that is something that we learned about our matches. Gameplay wise, I think we just, saw what our weaknesses were and where we were messing up. Because matches play out differently than practice. So we needed a few reps in matches to learn like what the real situations were and how they really should be getting played out. But for energy wise, Preston's right on that.
Yeah, all I really want to say is you really can't take anyone too lightly. I think you really saw it on the other side of things with Group B, with kind of how that one shaked out. The competition level is extremely high this year, and if you underestimate anyone for one map, it can come back to bite you.
Thank you guys so much.
Appreciate it, everyone.
All right.
Okay.
Thank
Yep.
you guys.
Take care.
Good luck
everyone.
prepping for this
Thank
week.
you.
Thanks for everyone for taking
Thank
time
you.
to join. Talk soon.